Predators is the third or fifth, depending on how you look at it, movie in the Predator series. Once again, a group of characters are put up to face down against the mighty hunters, only this time our characters have been handpicked and put on a predator hunting planet. When I first saw the trailer for this film, I thought to myself, oh, they've remade the first Predator movie, but everybody involved assured us that this would be a sequel, and true, it is. However, a lot of the movie's plot is taken from the first film. Jungle location, check. Group of armed professionals, check. Characters sacrificing themselves to have a knife/sword fight with the Predator for no good reason, check. Topless mano-a-mano showdown towards the end, check. So on and so forth. Outside of that, the movie does try and do its own thing, and those parts are really good. I just wish they had done more of their own thing instead of homaging the first one. It takes away from the experience and makes this one feel like we've seen it all before. There are also two plot holes that really bugged me, but more on those at the end. That being said, the direction this time is pretty good, and the action sequences are all shot really well and exciting to watch. For example, as much as that random sword fight scene bugged me, it was a pretty damn cool scene. A couple of other scenes are great too, but I don't want to spoil any of them. None of the quieter moments dragged either, and the film itself is generally entertaining all around, and throws a couple of nice surprises in as well. As in all Predator movies, characters aren't overly developed, but none of them really feel all that stereotypical either. They're well written, especially for a Predator film, and the performances are really good too. Sure, they don't have a huge range of emotion, but the actors feel what they got to work with full of life. Adrian Brody was probably the weakest with the typical gruff marine voice going on, which didn't quite suit him, but it fit nicely enough. However, I've got to give shout-outs to Lawrence Fishburne and Topher Grace for their performances. They really stole the show. Music was pretty good, it hit all the beats that it needed to and took a lot of influence from the first film, and it's one of those things that actually worked from taking influence, as it made this one feel like part of the franchise instead of just a movie that features the Predators. Overall, this was an okay movie. It succeeded in making me care for the characters instead of just rooting for the Predators to kill them. If you're new to the series, it's definitely worth seeing, and you probably won't have half the complaints I did. However, for us who grew up watching the first two, this one takes too much influence from its predecessor and feels more of the same instead of something new. It's a nice addition to the franchise, but not the explosive new chapter that they thought they had. I think it shows that the series is now done, and we should probably leave it here. It should go out with a bang instead of boring us all down with another one. Right, that's it from me. I hope this review was entertaining as well as being informative. If you have any comments or suggestions, please pop them in the comment box below. Also, if you want to hear those plot holes I had problems with, they're coming up now. If you don't want any spoilers for the films, I suggest you stop watching the video and go watch the movie. Spoiler warning. As we have seen throughout the franchise, the Predator's default view is thermal imagery. We also know that Predators show up on thermal imagery as they track them through body heat in Predator 2. So why, when two Predators show down towards the end of the movie, did one of them bother to go invisible? The other one could clearly have seen him, and also, because he should have been able to see his body heat, how did this Predator manage to blindside him? It's a mistake that they should not have been able to make. Number 2, and I'll admit that this one's a bit more nitpicking. The Yakuza character stays behind to fight one of the Predators, similar to how Billy does in the original Predator movie. But why did the Yakuza stay behind to fight? He must know it would be his end, and so his only reason would have been to save the others. But nothing was built up for him to make this decision. He does not know any of the characters, and he never gets indebted to any of them. He was happy to leave two other characters to die earlier on, and there was nothing saying that these Predators were closing in too fast for them all to get away. As I said, a bit of nitpicking, but it didn't make any sense. Right, that's it. Now if you do go and see the movie, I hope you enjoy it, and also if you fancy trying to defend these plot holes, please pop them in the comments below. Otherwise, just comment about the video and give me suggestions for other movies or ways to make these more entertaining. Right, thank you, and have a good day.